I will burn bridges left, right, and center in the game development industry because I'm not in the game development industry anymore for the most part. I don't want to burn them in the influencer industry because I don't want to miss opportunities to grow this channel. That's the truth, but I'll at least be honest about it with you. So I'm not going to show you some of the pictures I'm looking at, okay? But in the last month, you have had opportunities for a lot of, whether they're influencers or YouTubers or just fans in general, to post pictures of themselves with game company executives, okay? Let's take the executive in the picture. I'm looking at a picture right now. The executive is not your friend. It doesn't mean the executive isn't a good person. The executive could ultimately become your best friend. I'm not saying anything negative about them as humans, but they're not your friend when they pose for the picture. They're working, right? Which means that's a brownie point they get, not just from you, but for your fans. The person in the picture, influencer or a creator, that they want their channel or their influence to grow because it's like, look at me, you guys like Sony, I like Sony, here I am with Jim Ryan. There's a lot of people in the chat that know this, but a lot of people don't. A lot of people will be like, man, Phil Spencer really likes the fans, man. He goes on their podcast and he's just this nice dude. Again, I don't know Phil Spencer personally. He may very well be the biggest gamer in the world. I know he games a lot. And he may very well be one of the nicest people on the planet. But it's PR. When they're doing it, it's PR. And here's an example, because I did it. I never lied to anybody. But I'll give you two examples when I was in the industry. One was I did an interview at PAX, right? I was fake. The content coming out of my mouth was not fake, but I was playing the room. Absolutely. And maybe that's one of the reasons it bothers me more than the average bear, because I am ashamed that I did that. You know, I feel bad that I participated in that. I am at PAX, and there's an interview I had agreed to do, and we were all running late. I hadn't had a chance to eat, and the guy was like, oh, no, don't worry about it. We'll reschedule. It sucks. And I said, no, you know what? Let's go eat. And so he and I went. We got hot dogs or whatever from the little vendor, and we sat against the wall amid all the crowds, and we did an interview. And I remember I ran into him again, you know, years ago, and he remembered that moment. And in my head, you think I didn't know what I was doing? You think I didn't know that part of saying I'm going to do it because I said I would do it, and we're just going to sit here amid the riffraff in the crowds? You think I didn't know that that would play well? I'll give you another one. I was doing a GameStop thing where they bring all their managers to Vegas, okay? After the big dog and ponies, there was like a little E3 for all the GameStop people to walk around and play everything. And it was like, Jaffe, you're a well-known guy, blah, blah, blah. Here, sit here and sign autographs and sign Sweet Tooth Mask, whatever. I said, fine. And so it was a very long line. And the marketing guy comes up to me at the beginning, and he says, let's move this chair out of here. And I said, why? He says, well, we don't want people to sit down. We want to keep people moving. And in my mind, I remember saying it. I was like, no, I want to leave the chair there because these people have been standing a long time and they're tired, and let's let them sit, you know. And nothing was wrong with that. I'm a nice guy. I would have liked to have done that. But don't fucking think in the back of my head, I wasn't thinking that, oh, this is going to make me look better in their eyes, and maybe they'll push my game more because, oh, Jaffe didn't rush us. He let us sit and talk. And I mean, come on. It's all working the room, okay? And that's nothing's, I guess, I was going to say nothing's wrong with that, but there is something wrong with that. It's not honest. But see, Bad Robo, fuck you. He says, wow, Jaffe, what an amazing inside info. Who would have thought the seller has to be nice to the buyer? People in the cult, I guess, would have thought that. Right? People in the cult, when Matt Booty poses for a picture or sits down to breakfast with a bunch of people who've flown in for the Game Pass thing or whatever, certain people, not people in the picture necessarily, but people in the cult would have been like, and that's crazy. He's just like us. He's just like us. He makes these games, but he's just like us. He eats breakfast with us. So, you know. That's who. That's who. When you're in a business space, you head in as business. I don't blame you for feeling conflicted. I understand. I don't feel bad about myself. I was playing the game. I was doing the work. I wasn't lying to anybody. I don't lie at all. But I don't like how it's not honest, especially in the age of social media where this stuff gets sent out into the world and it presents a perception of, oh, this is who these people are. It's like, dude, you got to stop. And maybe, you know, I don't know, wouldn't it be kind of cool if we stopped and focused instead on, I get it, it's fun, flaming and fanboy wars and all, it's fun, I get it. I'm not trying to be like, let's be mature about it. No, don't fucking be mature about it. Go have fun. But at least know what you're doing. Know that it's a game. But it's the ones that don't know that really concern me. Yeah, Ricardo's been there. He says he is a journalist. Fancy dinners, T-shirts, special media kits, all that shit. It's when you believe it, it becomes dangerous.